将采访BC 省律政厅长Nikki Sharma，我们想通过他来了解一下省政府律政厅对于我们 Richmond 的这个土地产权纠纷的案件，他们的一个态度。
Okay, so yeah, first of all, thanks for asking to meet with me to talk about it. It's a very important issue. It's something that the province, through our legal team, has been taking very seriously. We know that we need the courts to make sure that fee simple title and private property is upheld. It's our act, the Land Titles Act in the province, that ensures everybody in British Columbia that when they purchase a property, that it's their legal title, and that title can be taken to a bank, can be taken to wherever, and that they can build their life on that. That's really important for our system. And so we announced that we were appealing very quickly when we reached that judgment. I just want to be clear that we believe that judgment creates uncertainty to fee simple land title that needs to be overturned by a higher court, and we'll be seeking that along with a stay, because what we feel is that the private property owners didn't have a chance during trial. BC was one of the defendants that went before the court early on and said this should be served on private property in case their interests are impacted. And at that point it was early on and we didn't really know, but we thought that would be a good thing to do for the court. And what we heard from the court was, no, I don't think they need to be notified, but also we don't think there'll be impacts to them through this decision. And what we found with the decision when we received it is that we are concerned about those impacts happening to people. So we're going to be asking for a stay, which is the court to pause the decision until we can sort out the law. I think it's an 800-page decision, very complicated. There'll be probably many reasons that we ask for an appeal at the higher level.
第二个问题呢，就是如果BC 省高院维持原判，那么我们也想听听您对于这个意见和后续如何去追踪，观众对这个非常感兴趣。
And you asked the second question, which is what happens in the context of a decision being upheld, so not overturned. We are actively, as a province, on the ground. So we have a team from the public service that's meeting with, we'll be reaching out to landowners just to really get an idea of what's happening on the ground. At this stage, their title is their title. It's registered in the Land Registry Act. Everything about that is still there. The court says that Aboriginal title and fee simple can exist, but we're worried that people, when they go to the bank or they go to something, it'll be impacted, right? So we're trying to figure out on the ground what's happening to people, and then we will design how we respond that way, because one thing that I want to make clear is that as a province, we understand that owning your property is one of the fundamental things for people's lives, right? That's something that's so important.
Based on our Constitution, they should be protected, actually, in their mind.
Yeah, and we have that legislation that says that to people, that when they have their land and they register it, it's what it means. And that's what we argued at the first level of court, is that Aboriginal title, although, I think there's a lot of work with reconciliation. And if you hear the story of what happened to the Cowichan, through that judgment, it is a story of displacements, a story of real impacts on their lives and their community and their history. So we have to do the work of reconciliation, understanding how we work with the Cowichan, which we're also doing, and make it clear that when you own property, it has meaning and it has to have legal meaning. So that's what we're doing as a government. I know the Minister of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation has reached out and sat down with the Cowichan. They've said publicly they have no interest in taking over people's properties. So the path forward is together to figure out the problems. So we'll be at the making sure that we can defend and protect people's private property, and bring us together to figure out how to resolve it. And I just want to assure people that not only are we taking this on in court, so we have a legal team that's asking for a stay and appealing a decision, so that's really important, but also we have a team on the ground that will be reaching out to people so we can understand what they're experiencing and seeing. Their title is their title right now, like it is a registered title.
Yeah.
Like Cowichan have said, they're not, but we need to make sure there's no impacts on the ground. Yeah.